What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. So from that nice intro, you can see this beautiful jump starter and tire inflator in one. This is from a company called Vtoman. They contacted me on YouTube. I told them, forward my messages to Instagram. They reached out to me and they wanted to link up so I can do a review on their product. That is called the X7. They actually have an X5 and I think an X3. The X7 is their top of the line jump starter and tire inflator in one. And I've done many of those before on this channel. I'll link them up on the top right hand side as we go along in the video. Like, say for instance, this one right here from J Fegwo. This is another one right here. This one is just a jump starter. Okay, this one is a jump starter and tire inflator. I even have one from Last Fit. They also have a tire inflator. Okay, and I have a big one from Last Fit. It's one of these crazy tire inflators for like big trucks like mine that you have to connect to your battery. So all of those videos I'm going to link up in the description and link up to the side as we go along, so at least you can click on them and see them. So here's a note I just want to make real quick. Disclaimer. I always pride myself on doing reviews for different companies. Not every company that reaches out to me, I review their products, and I'll tell you why. My name is going on this, and this is going on my channel, and I don't agree with people who just get, they want to get stuff for free. That's fine, you know what I mean? Part of the prerequisites of this video, this is a sponsored video. Vtoman, they sent me their product in exchange for, a review. And the problem is a lot of companies, they lack accountability, and they don't like if you tell them no or their product is not a good product. And this is something I don't agree with. For instance, I didn't want to talk about this, but I will. Vtoman reached out to me and they wanted to send me their X5, and I told them, I said, send me your top of the line product because I've done tons of stuff before, okay, from other companies that are actually good. Oxido, who I've done tons of work for, like their bulbs and stuff like that on numerous cars that I have, they're actually a pretty good company. They reached out to me weeks ago. They sent me their product, and their product was freaking trash. Okay, and before I put out the video, I'll show you what I mean. Like, when you hook this up to like a truck or a car or whatever, the calibration internally is messed up. Like things like that. I sent them pictures, I sent them video, and I said, listen, this is not good, this is not going to work. And instead of them saying, okay, no problem, we'll send you either a new one, maybe this was just a bad unit, the lady just stopped talking to me or communicating with me. I'm like, wow, okay, no problem. So then a week later, this company reached out to me and they wanted to send me one of the lower models, which is the X5, and I told them, send me a top of the line model because it has a lot of competition on my channel. And guess what? They were like, no problem. So that's what I'm going to review. And so far from what I'm seeing, this is actually pretty damn nice. So guys, this unit right here, okay, this is their 4250 amp jump starter. That 4250, it's like, that's peak charging right there. Starting current is around 800 amps. It's an 88.8 watt hour battery, okay? And this can also moonlight has a freaking fast charger, and I'll show you that in a second. So it's very simple design. It has some good weight to it too. So it has a dual pump in there for the air pressure. It's 160 psi, okay? You actually have, obviously, if you buy this from Amazon, it costs you roughly $100. You can get it either next day or 2-day shipping with Prime. They actually have an 18-month or a year-and-a-half limited warranty, lifetime technical service, and has all their contact information right here if you need to reach out to them. Okay, they have obviously banker's hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so guys, by the way, it is super cold right now. Just bear with me. All right, so now they're also saying this 4250 amp charger is a 12-volt system, good for 10-liter gas or diesel engine. It has about 70 starts and has a standby time of 2 years. 2-year standby time. That's actually pretty good. Okay, so that's something that you want. All you want to do is you want to make sure you charge it good, put it in its case, drop it in the back of your car. I'm gonna leave this in the back of my wife's car, set it and forget it. You know what I'm saying? Now, every now and then, what I would do is I would set on my calendar, like, you know, in a couple months or whatever, just go in there, set it on your calendar, just to check the charge out. So now when you press that center button right there, even the display is actually pretty bright. And look, this, I literally just opened this. As you saw, the battery is actually full, okay? And it's a very simple setup right here. Is your plus, minus keys for your tire pressure, okay? And I'm sure it's in PSI, bar, or kilopascals, okay? So this is your on-off button right here, and this is your, to cycle through which car that you want, okay? So this first car right here, it looks like some type of mid-size crossover, okay? And then this one is an actual car, and there's like a preset number right there, 34 PSI. Then you have a bicycle at 44 PSI. You have a basketball at 7, and then there's nothing, but then there's PSI. So this is something that if you want to mess around with the settings, where there's no designation if it's like a big car, a truck, or like a Mack truck or something like that, I'm just saying. So there's pretty much 5 cycle settings. So one is that mid-size crossover, then a car, then a bike, then a ball, and then nothing. So this is pretty much like a manual mode, okay? Has a light right here. It's a 400 lumen light. What you have to do is hold the button down. When you hold it down, the light comes on, okay? Let me show you real quick. Take it into, it's actually pretty bright. It's a 400 lumen light, okay? Once it's on, if you press the button again, it strobes, and actually it's pretty nifty for red. And then there's an SOS type. Okay, press it one more time, turn it off. Okay, so not too shabby, not too shabby at all. The display, it's actually really bright. It's even outside in daylight. I just came into the garage real quick so that you guys could see it. These ports right here, obviously this is the air port for your airline for your tire pressure. This right here is your output. This is your fast charging USB to Type-C output, and this is your input. It's a USB to USB charger, okay? Now, they don't give you a brick, you know what I mean? So hopefully you guys have something like this. I have this in here where I could just connect this USB Type-C to Type-C or Type-A, and I have all my plugs, you know what I mean? Or hopefully you guys have like an extra brick laying around, but they don't give you a charging brick. So that's the one thing. A lot of newer cars these days are coming with USB Type-C inputs, you know what I mean? So hopefully that's the one thing I could say, okay? So now I'll show you guys, and then, oh, by the way, guys, here are your cords right here, Type-C to Type-C, Type-A to Type-C, and you have some accessories to inflate, like either like a mattress, a basketball, a soccer ball, or what have you. So right now, I'm gonna just, I like this. No air leaks whatsoever. One thing I do like about this is this connection right here. This is really nice when you have to inflate your tires. The reason why is when you have the screw-in ones that you have to screw onto the tire valve, sometimes depending on the angle or whatever, when you're unscrewing it, you're actually losing air pressure. This one, all you got to do when it's like this, you just flip it up and pull it off. You know what I mean? So you put it onto the valve and it locks in. That's what I like. I like this locking system, okay? And then, obviously, you have your jumper cables right here for your jumper, okay? And that goes over here on the side. Just flip this tab down. I don't have any nails. There we go. Flip that tab down. Plug that bad boy inside. And I like this. Look at this here, right here. I really like this. It actually has a light to show you if you hooked it up correctly, if it's in reverse, and there's a boost button right here. That boost feature, guys, allows you to use this even if you're trying to charge a dead battery. There's also, see this breaker system right here? It has actually 10 built-in safety protection technologies in there, like overcharge, overcurrent, short circuit, reverse polarity, low temp, high temp, over voltage, overload, spark proof, and reverse charge. So this right here, it actually has this stuff built in to the system so that it's like dummy proof or foolproof, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So guys, I know this rear, my 2 rear tires are a little bit low. Okay, this is supposed to be like around 60 psi. Let me just put this on here real quick. Lock that in. Okay. All right, show me 56 psi. I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna cycle this to manual. And put this bad boy up to 60. Go. So it just took like about, I would say like a minute or two, nothing crazy. But guys, to be fair, this truck tire is freaking gigantic, okay? It is freaking huge, which means there's a lot of adverse pressure hitting the machine as well, okay? If this was like a tire like my wife's car tire or something like that, a way smaller tire, it would have been done already, if you get what I'm saying. So look at that. It was the passenger rear tire. 60 on the freaking nose. I just started my truck. Real time. Look at that. So it works. Accuracy is pretty good, and that's what's important. Now I want to show you guys this real quick. I'm gonna plug the charger in and prove to you that it's actually a fast charger as well. Power this on. And guys, it also goes back to sleep. If you leave it on for a certain amount of time, right back to sleep. Ready? Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. So it actually moonlights as a fast charger as well. None of mine, as of yet, none of the ones that I currently have actually does fast charging. It does charging. They do charging, but not fast charging. So this is actually pretty cool. And now for the final test right here, my batteries are not dead, but I wanted to show you that this actually works. So what I did was I put the negative on the positive and the positive on the negative, and you could see that reverse light is lit up right there. So it's telling me that I have the terminals crisscrossed, if you get what I'm saying. So now we'll put this here. And bam, it says correct. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So all you got to do is you put this bad boy on your dead battery. Once it lights up correct, start the car, and that is it. That is it. So guys, definitely like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. This is a really good option here, because I'll tell you right now, a lot of them that I try out, as I told you before, it's hard to inflate bigger tires. Obviously, I understand that, you know what I mean? But I really like the accuracy in these. Most of these are usually, like most tire inflators, their accuracy is like plus or minus like, 1 psi. This shit was on the freaking nose at 60 psi, which is really nice. It's not extremely or overly flashy. It's very sturdy. It has buttons that everybody can understand, and it doesn't have too many buttons. It's a complex but very simple design, if you get what I'm saying. Okay? And guys, one thing to note, make sure if you're using this, let's say, to inflate like 4 tires or whatever the case might be, make sure, depending on how low the tires are, make sure you feel how hot it's getting. Obviously, it's a honeycomb vented system that it has on both sides, which is really nice for ventilation. But make sure you are gauging, don't run it overly hot. So like, say, let's say for instance, you're like 5 psi down on all tires, like say on my wife's car or something like that. You could probably do all of them at once and get away with it. But like, see how my truck tires are, how it took like a good couple minutes just for like 4 psi. you know, if you do 2 tires, give it like a minute or 2 break, let it cool down, and then continue. Just be mindful of that. All right. But Vtoman, thank you so much for sending this to me. Guys, I'm gonna link this in the description. You can get this on Amazon. It's like roughly like $100 or something like that. They're probably gonna have discounts, who knows, later on in the future. But guys, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And this is very nice. This is very nice, A+. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy.